Prince Harry trapped by Meghan Markle, who makes mind up for him. Prince Harry's claim that he has found freedom has been torn to shreds by a royal expert who argued Meghan Markle now makes his mind up for him. This week, the Duke of Sussex appeared on the Armchair Expert podcast and spoke of his and his wife Meghan's relief over living away from the intense royal glare in the UK and being able to live more privately in California. He said, "In the US I feel different. I can lift my head, my shoulders have dropped, so have hers." Harry also explained how Meghan expected to have more of a private life as a royal, which ultimately was a big factor in her wanting to leave her role as a senior member of the firm last year. The Duke also said Meghan quickly realized royal life was not like a fairy tale, and she discovered life was about creating a life better than any princess. However, royal expert Richard Fitzwilliams has lashed out at Harry's claims he has found freedom and said he seems to be increasingly trapped. Mr. Fitzwilliams said, he claims he's found freedom. In reality, he seems to be increasingly trapped, but it is clear he doesn't realize it yet. During his interview, Harry noted when he and Meghan met in a supermarket in London. The Duke of Sussex said they pretended as though they didn't know each other, texting each other from the other ends of the aisle. However, hitting out, Mr. Fitzwilliams added how it is sadly obvious how Meghan makes up Harry's mind now. Mr. Fitzwilliams told The Sun Online, he tells us he and Meghan pretended they were ordinary people in a supermarket who didn't know each other and got weird looks, as well they might. He says he knows what makes a princess because Meghan told him. It is easy to conclude that he no longer makes his own mind up, it seems to be made up for him. It's sadly obvious. Both Harry and Meghan have opened up about their struggles with their mental health. While speaking on the podcast, Harry compared his royal life to a mixture between The Truman Show and being in a zoo. During his lengthy conversation with hosts Dax Shepard and Monica Padman, Harry said he wanted to break that cycle of the royal family. He said, "I don't think we should be pointing the finger or blaming anybody, but certainly when it comes to parenting, if I've experienced some form of pain or suffering because of the pain or suffering that perhaps my father or my parents had suffered, I'm going to make sure I break that cycle so that I don't pass it on, basically. It's a lot of genetic pain and suffering that gets passed on anyway, so we as parents should be doing the most we can to try and say, you know what, that happened to me, I'm going to make sure that doesn't happen to you." He added, "It's hard to do, but for me, it comes down to awareness. I never saw it, I never knew about it, and then suddenly I started to piece it together and go, okay, so this is where he went to school, this is what happened, I know this about his life, I also know that is connected to his parents, so that means he's treated me the way he was treated, so how can I change that for my own kids?" Harry and Meghan stepped down as senior members of the royal family last year. However, Harry's latest interview comes just 2 months after Meghan and Harry made several explosive claims to Oprah Winfrey. Meghan claimed there were conversations and concerns about Archie's skin color before he was born. Harry and Meghan stepped down as senior members of the royal family last year. However, Harry's latest interview comes just 2 months after Meghan and Harry made several explosive claims to Oprah Winfrey. Meghan claimed there were conversations and concerns about Archie's skin color before he was born.